To call the meeting to order, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. Finally have a nice day today and a nicer one tomorrow. Don't forget the Spring Ahead Sunday, right?
Right.
Spring Ahead.
Yeah.
So roll call, please.
John Horvath.
Here.
Joanne Shirkey.
Here.
Karen Straffen. Here. Tom Fetter.
Here.
Tom Kruger.
Here.
Artie Bryson.
I'm here.
Cindy Valentine here.
Okay, you're all accounted for and present. Bills payable.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills payable in the amount of $90,384.17.
Support. Okay, we have motion and support. Pay the bills payable as stated. Any questions or?
Yes, I have one. Just a clarification, give me a, Cindy can help me out here to understand this. In education and training under general for the first aid class, and then you move down and it's education and training again in the assessor's department for the same person, for Jerry Doan, and then you go down to buildings and grounds, and
That's who took it.
what? I know Jerry Doan took it, but.
No.
Jerry Doan instructed it, and we had two girls from the general office and one from assessing.
Okay, that's all I
Yep.
guess why $10 out here, $10 out there.
I was gonna ask you, but I forgot.
That is for dispatch. No, that is the online. for-
Online, that's what I
for
thought.
the fire department.
Okay,
online.
online, yeah. All right. Sounds good. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes,
Karen Straffen. Yes. Tom Fetter.
Yes.
Tom Kruger.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Next, we have any public comments relating to anything on the agenda. Do we have any public comments on anything on the agenda? We see someone walking forward. Good, so I don't have to.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to or not. Good evening. Bill Greatup, 9200 North River Road, your county board vice chairman from this area. I just want to remind the council and everybody out in TV land that on Wednesday, on March 15th rather, I don't even know what date that is, the 15th. Be it Tuesday maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Tuesday, March 15th
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock at the Washington Life Center. We have a group coming down to talk about whether we need Alzheimer's and dementia support at this end of the county. Currently, there are two places in the county you can get that kind of support. One would be at the Council on Aging in Port Huron. The other would be at the Visiting Nurses Association in Port Huron. Those two groups, along with Blue Water Hospice, Marcia Haynes and myself are going to bring a group down on that particular night, and it's to find out if we are interested in getting that support down here at the Washington Life Center. So the more people we get from this area to go to that meeting, the louder we're saying that we do want that support down here. So if you could please let your friends and neighbors know that on March 15th at 6 o'clock at the Washington Life Center.
It's for caregivers and
Yes. Anybody and everybody
support
connected
for
with it.
caregivers and the actual patients.
Absolutely.
Okay.
at 6
Yep.
o'clock?
6 o'clock PM. I know you're retired. There's no 6 AM. All right,
All
thank you.
right, great. Thank you, Bill. Anything else, any other public comments relating to anything on the agenda? Okay, seeing none, consent agenda. Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion
Thank you.
to approve the consent agenda, consisting of minutes of the board meeting of February 16th, 2016, and synopsis of February 1, 2016, and a missed synopsis and corrected minutes. The reports from the check report, assessing report, a notice from the Washington Life about dementia, Alzheimer's resources, DTE Energy residential service lines, communications from the front office, and a thank you note received. Request for the assessing department continuing education for $130, and the supervisor MTA conference reimbursement for $125, and $124.95 for lodging, for a total of $249.95.
Support?
Okay, a motion and support. Does anyone want anything pulled out? Hearing none.
Can I just say,
Yep.
can we put this on our website and then
Yeah.
on the Facebook page? and-
Right.
And maybe even out on the front
Do
display?
you have that electronic?
I can get it to you electronically.
Okay, well, if not, I can scan it too, but, all right. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the consent agenda signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. All right, supervisors report. Addition on the police station is moving ahead very, they're actually making a lot good headway now. The block guy just showed up and actually they got a lot done today. I do have contractors, a meeting with the contractors March 9th as far as how it's progressing and if there's any changes, so that I'll know more then at that time. The police have been busy. I don't know if you realize, but they had a high-profile murder case actually from Ira, which, there was a guilty verdict. I talked to Mona Armstrong personally, and she was the prosecutor lead on the case. And she couldn't give enough praises to our police department about how good of a job they did and the evidence, they did a great job preserving the evidence, and they're very professional. So at the time, actually, Mike Coach was a lieutenant, and he was the primary guy on that case. And kudos to him and the staff. I know Kevin Kulagowski, and
Don had made mention of that.
Dave Burley.
yeah, Dave Burley was there quite a bit, and one of the leads on it. And we spent a lot of time. The case went about 2 weeks, and we are billing, or actually have billed Ira for that amount. I just wanted to let the board know that too. So, they didn't have any problem with it. I was in talks with them. So still working out the ALS transport issues with medical control. Unless you've been under a rock, Wednesday night, the Detroit, let me back up. The Detroit Bridge Company, International Bridge Company, filed for a permit with the DEQ to build a bridge over to Harson's Island. There is a public hearing scheduled in the auditorium at the Algonquin Elementary School. I keep on wanting to call it junior high. In fact, that's what I wrote. It's March 9th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'm going to have it videotaped. I arranged for the school's going to have some students videotape it for us. And afterwards, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. So, and then the DEQ is actually leaving the public comment period to March 19th for 10 more days. So that will give a chance for people to watch it, and then if they have any comments they want to send to the DEQ or us, they can do so. They'll have 10 days. The bridge company is going to come and do a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation, what they're planning on doing, and then they're going to hold it open for public comment. So I've been getting, 20 letters a day?
Quite a few.
Opposing it. So it is what it is. And also, another note on that, late Friday afternoon, the bridge company filed for their permits for the Corps of Engineers also, with the Army Corps of Engineers, basically the exact same drawings that the DEQ has. We're moving forward, expanding electricity in the park. Right now, we're actually waiting for the light fixtures to show up. And once they're in and installed, that project will be done shortly after. We are working on the upgrade of the dispatch console. Right now, we're looking at, we're not sure if we have to, well, I'm pretty sure we have to redo the ground for that building. There's multiple grounds. If you know anything about electricity, you should have one ground per building, one common ground. Otherwise, if you do get an electricity hit and it goes down the ground, the electricity could actually go through the ground and up the second ground in the building and zap stuff. So we need one ground, and we're currently getting the requirements and the specs for that. And we're gonna have to fix that to protect our equipment that we're putting in there. We're pretty darn lucky we haven't got zapped with that before. Pardon the pun, zapped. DTE notified us that as of March 1st, they are not allowing service wires going to residents or commercial anywhere, any service wires to be above ground. They're requiring them to be underground. It's a new requirement, DET, as of March 1st. Most of the power outages that happen are from trees falling and taking down wires, so that's what they decided to do. And just letting everybody know, it's not us telling you you can't have that wire above ground.
Does that mean they're gonna take all the lines down and put them underground?
No, this is for the new ones, new services. But it'd be interesting if the tree knocks it down. Nah, they probably just put it back up.
Do as I do as I say?
Yeah. Upcoming events, we have, let's see, the elections tomorrow. Cindy's been busting her butt, getting it ready, and so vote tomorrow. It's the presidential primary. You have to decide, you have to tell us if you're gonna vote Democrat or Republican. You need an ID to get in. Am I saying this right?
Yep, you are correct.
Anything else?
Be registered.
Yeah, be registered. And we mentioned about the Alzheimer's thing. I wanted to recognize Dave Packard for the Pearl Beach Lions. We're going to talk, he's going to want to say a few words about the Winterfest. You want to come up here, Dave? Sure. And then I get to do our road report.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the board for letting me come here to speak on behalf of the Lions Club, so to thank our 26 Winterfest supporters, 2016 Winterfest supporters. To start, I'd like to thank the Clay Township DDA, Blue Water Material, North Star Bank, Danny's Liquor, Bud's Garage, Project Control Engineering, Brackets Auto, Algonac Mini Storage, Sunoco Master Baits, Pro Beach Union 76, Foam Spray Insulation, Prior Plumbing, House Calls Home Inspections, Broken Arrow Pad 2, Rose Marine, Alpha Energy Solutions, On-Site Construction, DBC Company, Smack Daddy Lures, K's, Blue Water Foster Oil for the heat, Clayton Township Fire Department, Mark Thompson Lumberjack, Second Chance Fishing Adventure, and to the Algonac Choir for holding their pancake fundraiser that got everybody off to a good start. We thank you all for your donations. To Artie Bryson for his help coordinating, Bob Weisenbach, chairman of the event, and all the Pro Beach Lions members for donating their time and effort that made this another successful event. And most importantly, the community for their continued support, which gives us the funding to help the lives of those less fortunate in our community, our state, and internationally. Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and it was a great event. I heard a lot of good things about it, and I was there, I had fun. The ice fishing didn't work out, so we did the pond, and that worked out, and I thought everything went great, except we didn't get our ice skaters, because it was a little too warm.
That's the only downfall of the whole thing. Everything else went great.
Right.
The kids fishing, we ended up getting a pool and filling it with trout, so that's gonna be a given every year. We're gonna do both. Whether we do it on the ice or not, we're still gonna get a pool.
The little kids
For the little kids who can't go out on the ice, mom and dad won't let them. So it's like an entry level, and we had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, that was a riot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's growing, we're not gonna hit it off the first couple of years, but we're definitely growing, and it's been a lot of fun.
Good.
So thank you for your support.
Thank you for your hard work. Okay, guys, we're not done yet. I got a lot of talk about roads. Had a road meeting with the road commission. Joanne went up with me, and there's a lot going on with the roads, and we have 3 or 4 agenda items below. So, but bad news first. They informed me that the county road is not going to be fixing the second half of Sword Out Road. That's between Starville and Morrow Roads. Last year, I thought they were going to do that, the whole section from Starville to McKinley. They scaled it back. They did from McKinley to Morrow, and I was hoping they were going to do the second half. For some reason, that didn't make it. I left with, I doubt if it's going to happen. I talked to Kurt Weston, the director up there. He told me to bring it up to him in a month or 2 when he has a little better idea how they're sitting financially. A little bit of a bright light. We talked about the northern part of Marsh Road in Clay Township, how it's kind of like a roller coaster and there's lots of issues on that section of the road. They are looking at possibly doing something later this year or early next year with that, but they're uncommitted also. I think what it needs is a total, grinding up and getting it flat, getting the big rollies, hoop-de-doos out and resurfacing it. I'm not sure if that's what they're thinking or just doing some wedging on it or whatever. But those 2 sections of road are county primary, excuse me. They're county primary roads, and the responsibility of the county. I even suggested the township maybe look at throwing a few dollars in to get that other section of Sword Out Road done, and they were very non-committal at this time. Truthfully, I think that's the worst road in our township right now, but it is what it is. Should remember, we signed a work order to do Holland Road this spring, and we bid it out with all the other county projects earlier in this year instead of how we've been doing it in the past. We bid it out in the middle of summer. We were hopes of getting better pricing, and we did. Actually, the initial estimate is $146,000 for that project. Well, we got the bid for $128,000. So we saved about $18,000, well, it's $18,500 we saved. We're going to use some of our county match funds to help us with that road. So I don't know, our cost to the township will probably be about $78,000 to redo that road, and that's a pretty good deal for it's about 1.3 miles of road. Stuff isn't cheap. And we're going to be doing a lot of rubber crack filling ahead of the time because it costs, once you do that, repair the road before you put the asphalt cap over it, it makes it out for a lot better job. We're looking at replacing probably 2 of the 4 culverts in this area just because they're questionable, and it's a lot cheaper and better if we do it before. The cost of replacing a culvert just prior to road paving, you don't have to repave it, and there's a lot less cost. It's about $1,200. We got to come back 3-4 years from now and replace a culvert. The price is about $5,000, a little over $5,000.
But then you got a weakness too.
And then you have a weakness, and you always have the little thing, the little bumps. So we've been.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why don't we have to pay to have all this re-engineered like we did on Folkert Road? Is it because that one failed?
That one failed, and that was
It's a
a
county-
structure, yes.
It's a county drain?
Right. That's a
Now-
structure. Well, we didn't pay, the county did,
No, I'm just curious.
right. Yeah, there wasn't really any engineering in this. I said, hey, we need to fix this road, and we're fixing it. So we need two inches of asphalt, and that's what we're getting.
Okay.
I'll talk about some engineering here a little later here. So that's going to start, that's going to be done this spring. I don't have a date yet, but probably sometime in May, once the asphalt plants get open. Oh, it's on our agenda for, Williams and Donald Street. I'll talk about that then. Let's see. I had a meeting this past Friday. It's about a 2.5-hour meeting. It's a pre-contract bid letting meeting for the Merrill Street Bridge. We're going to let that out for bids probably in July. It's estimated it's going to cost about $850,000 to replace that bridge. We should be in a bridge building company. It's a 45-foot canal, you know, but nevertheless, I'm glad I went to it. If you recall, about 2.5 years ago, we received federal grant money for this, fixing this bridge. Total cost is estimated about $850,000. The cost to the township is going to be $8,000 with these federal funds. So
That's a good thing.
yeah, it's great. There's questions. It actually is it's going to be a wood deck bridge, and I had a lot of talking with the engineers. They actually a wood deck bridge lasts longer than concrete because there isn't any corrosion, and it depends on the weight that's required, which, you know, this fulfills under the wood deck. They have a bunch of timbers they laminate together across the deck. And it's gonna be tight working in there. I bet you it's gonna take a couple months. They're gonna do one half and the other half, so it'll be kept open for the people that live back there. And that was a point of contention. That's why I'm glad I went there. They were gonna have it in the contract that, you know, that periodic closures could happen up to an hour. And I said, no, that's not good. We'll give you 10 minutes. So, and they thought about it and figured it out, and they agreed to make it a 10-minute closure. They're still looking at how they're going to do the signage and the signals. That's really that part of it's really up to MDOT. There's a possibility we might have a temporary red light, stoplight on M29 for that. They're looking at the different engineerings of how they're going to do it. They may say that going west, you can't turn left in it. You're going to have to go down the colony and do a loop around and pull it right. They're not sure. There's about 3 different possibilities, and that's ultimately MDOT's decision. So we don't know how it's going to be, the signals are going to be on that yet. One thing was a question, the size of this new bridge. They wanted to just seed it, and I told them if it was done in the fall, I don't have a problem with them hydro seeding it and throw hay on it, because in the spring it usually comes out good. If the construction's pushed back for some reason to the spring, it's going to be sodded. I told them we want it sodded so it looks nice, you know, in the spring, because you know, if you seed it in the spring, it doesn't hold and it doesn't look as nice. So that was that meeting. It was pretty interesting. MDOT was there, the federal guys were there. SEMCO, you know, there's issues with the utility, SEMCO and DTE. It's quite interesting. Right now, the gas is attached to that bridge. They're going to detach and actually bore underneath the canal. So yeah, it's going to be a project. Speaking of projects, Bayview Shores Culvert. We have an estimation, $197,500. It's basically going to consist of putting a coffer around it so they can pump it dry. And they're going to replace it with 2 culverts, again, half at a time so they can keep it open. And as you recall, I did apply for a reconstruction grant with the county on that, which we did receive. So the estimated cost right now is $197,000. The grant that we're going to receive is about $105,000, so our approximate cost will be around $92,000. That probably will not happen to the fall of 16. they're getting ready to let that out for bids probably in May and June. Flamingo Bridge, it's on our agenda too. We did receive the same federal grant for that we did for Merrill. That's going to be construction in 2019. I'll talk a little bit about that when we get there. Request 2 signs recognizing Elginak High School as a 2015 Division 5 MHSAA champions. Go Muskrats. Let's see, still working on getting a 3rd stop sign at the corner of Field and Nook. That is called a TCE, Traffic Control Ordinance Change, and it's sitting on someone's desk in the state police right now, waiting for a signature. Look, we're reviewing the school zones on Taft Road by the high school, and if you look at it going west on Taft, actually the school zone starts right at the property of the school, and it's supposed to be back. I'm not sure exactly how many feet, but they're reviewing that. Let's see. And we have a tour if anyone wants to do a ride around, 9 a.m. April 14th. It's a Thursday with the county. That's when we can go around and look at different projects going forward that we might have to address. County Road does have a new program. They are giving us it's a match program where we have to pay 20%, they pay 80% of additional limestone, more above and beyond which we've been paying for. Basically, it's about $20,000 worth of limestone that we're going to get for $5,000. I said, yes, we want it. In the past, we've been stoning all the major gravel roads every other year. And this year, we're going to do them all. I think this year is slated to do all the ones on the mainland. And because we did the ones on the island last year, we're going to hit Crispin and a few of the other roads over there again. And I'm not sure if this is going to be an annual thing or not. Have you heard, Bill? But they're trying to help out. Most of the townships, we don't have very many gravel roads, but most of the townships, the rural townships, that's all they have. And they're trying to help them out, and we'll take the help too. I am going to have them hit a couple of smaller roads that we don't do that often. Willow Cut, part of Morrow is going to get it, and part of McKinley, that's gravel too. And then we have the county's also giving an additional $10,000 for a ditching project. We've been talking about this project for quite a while, but we do have some other ditching projects going on, but this one's going to be at Cottage Lane. There's really a non-ditch where it should be a ditch. They're going to be doing that in the spring also. And that's going to make the road last a lot longer there because there's no drainage. And if you know, that's where the roads deteriorate, is on the shoulders. And I did talk to them a little bit about the roads on the island. That contractor's going to be over there this spring to fix it. That's why I threw these two other little roads on there, because it's cheap for them to do it now. Golf course road, they know that needs attention. They're going to probably redo that in about 2 years. And I'm thinking at that time we should probably look at doing Cottage Lane at the same time while they're there, because that's a big expense. It's just some mobilization over on the island. But if you can take advantage, if the contractor's already there, it's a little more cost-friendly for us. So that's all I have for roads now, but we do have a few agenda items on that. Okay. No unfinished business, new business. Township office copier proposal. You want to run with that one, Cindy?
Well, the current lease that we have on the copier is up in May. So we went ahead and got a couple of bids from Premier and from Prime Tom wasn't here when we were going over the bid with Premier, but he was here, or I'm sorry, with Prime, but he was here for the one with Premier, which they offered us a couple different models. For the most part, the two that it came down to that were similar between them are similar other than the finisher, which the one at Premier holds more paper that we don't really have a use for. So I didn't see that was anything that was all that more important. But also with, my recommendation was to go with Prime Office, and that's because their contract, service contract is a lot cheaper. Per color copy and per black and white copy, it's all inclusive into what they bid us as far as what our actual usage has been over the last 12 to 14 months. So I don't think it would vary very much from that. So their proposal was for $166.52 a month for the rental on the copier, and the service contract was 1604?
1620.
1620,
So you're recommending we go the Casera with Prime.
correct.
The police have been using Prime for quite some time, and they've been really happy with their service. We haven't been quite so well, we've had issues with Premier's service a little bit.
But unfortunately, I mean, at this point, I mean, we've had the copier for 5 years, so it needs service pretty much all the time. In
Right.
fact, I was going to mention that in scanning these today, our scanner does no longer work on our,
Bill, can you scan that
it made it through about half the book today.
and email it to me since our scanner's not working?
But, you know, it's 5 years old, so, you know, we've definitely put it to the test around here.
That's funny. So you're looking for a motion for the Casera with Prime?
Prime Office, yes.
I'll make a motion that we go with the Prime.
Support?
Okay, we have a motion that we go with the Prime lease for the copier of $166.52.
Approximately 251404 is the total, I believe. Is that what it
A
says there?
month? No,
No,
not
yeah,
quite.
2618.
And,
I'm
the
looking at the
maintenance,
police.
Total annual is 3618 with these maintenance contracts.
right, with the maintenance contract. And I just want to say too, that's about $1,800 cheaper than what we've been paying for the copier that we have. So hopefully it's better and cheaper
I'm just curious, how much is that copier?
to buy.
Yeah.
Did you get a price?
No.
We didn't get a price, but they, I mean, we could try to, I mean, we could look at the lease and do an early payout if we needed to. Typically, though, you just want to give it back to them when the lease is done because,
Kind of like the one we have right now. Can't get out of here fast enough.
right. Ever see The Office where you beat it up with a baseball bat?
Office Space?
Yeah, or Office Space, right. That's about what's,
You fit in the trunk of your car?
yeah, no. So, we have a motion and, support. Any more discussion? Is this a contract we're signing?
Oh, we will be, yes.
So
We'd have
we'll
to.
have to do a roll call. Any more discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Tom Footer,
Yes.
Tom Kruger,
Yes.
Artie Bryson,
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath,
Yes.
Joanne Shirkey,
Yes.
Karen Straffen.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Next, we have Police Department copier proposal. Is this the same,
Same company, yep.
same company, same deal? See you later, Dave. We are adding color to them because they have a lot, they just have black and white right now, and with pictures with crime scenes and everything, they definitely have a use for color. And the cost of this one is $267 plus cost of
I don't know if he gave them, like, he gave me a maintenance agreement price, and with the trial going on, I didn't get that from.
Oh, attached is a proposal, it's this down here, per copy.
Okay.
So it's 267.34 plus .009,
So his is the same maintenance
same
contract price as
same
ours,
maintenance contract as ours.
which I thought it was.
Yeah, okay. We don't have an estimate of their usage, so that's the only difference.
Their usage is very similar to ours, when I did my comparison for the last 12 to
Was it?
14 months, yeah.
Okay.
almost. Well, their black and white is very similar to ours. The color is to be determined. However, they do plan on managing that to see
With the code.
who's using it, yeah, to make sure that it's not getting overused.
All right. Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion for the police department to accept the lease contract for 26734 from Prime Office for a Curacero,
Yeah.
3051 CI black and white color print copy, scan, and fax,
Plus a maintenance agreement.
plus the maintenance agreement.
Okay, we have motion and support. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Tom Kruger,
Yes.
Artie Bryson?
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath?
Yes,
Joanne Shirkey?
Yes.
Karen Straffen? Tom Fetter?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next, we have on the agenda, semi-annual range training request for the police department. Actually, I don't think they've done this for a little while. They're in dire need of it. They qualify with their firearms twice a year. And anyhow, what they're doing, they're renting the indoor range with the Macomb Police Academy. It costs it's $80 per hour times 20 hours, $1,600 for it. They are going to do a whole plethora of different kind of training, shoot, don't shoot scenarios, low-level shooting, or low-light shooting. I can't think the other ones off the top of my head. There's like 5 or 6 different, actually certifications they're going to get out of this. It is a budget item, and they have the funds in the budget to do that.
Make a motion to approve $1,600 for firearms training for our police department.
Support.
Okay, motion and support. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Yeah, I just want to let the board know too that they've been having, it's not really, it'll be on the agenda next meeting. They've been having issues with their phone lines over there, like bad. Their phone system is actually our old phone system that we had here. And when it was replaced here, they just pulled it over there. And half the time, a couple of lines is in dire need. So we went shopping, and this would be interested in you here, Daryl. We went shopping for phones, and the phone system that we have in the office here is an old Allergen system. It's about 12 years old. This is actually at end of life too. So I started talking to the guy. We had a little presentation, and I kind of would like to see a system where all 5 remote locations are in the same system. So we could, if we get a call here from for the water department, we could transfer it back and forth, or the police, or Daryl gets, or the police hits a call for the fire, they can transfer it back and forth. So basically, we're getting a quote for a phone system, campus, with all 5 campuses, both fire stations, the water, police, and here. And it's gonna be really robust. We'll be able to instant message through the phone for everybody. It all has software, so you can see your missed calls, call log. It's got a lot of advantages, but the big thing is we're gonna save money on our phone bill. Because right now, Daryl has a bill, we all have phone bills for all these 5 locations. And it totals up to, do you know off the top? We're gonna calculate it. I'm guessing around $1,500 a month. And the total phone bill for all these 5 locations will be about $350, $380, if I remember right, a month.
Wow.
So it's gonna save about $1,000 a month, or close to it. And we're gonna have a more robust system. So we're looking at a payback about 2-3 years of doing this. I don't have the costs yet. I'm guessing to do all the phones around, what I figure, about 23,000?
Yes.
Yeah, around in there. That's what I didn't do today. I gotta go around and figure out exactly and get it back to them. But I expect to have a quote from these guys for our next meeting. And there's definitely a need for it. And in the long run, it will save us money too. Sorry about that. That should have been in the supervisor's report. Next on the agenda, approve a work order for Donald Street, 2290. That's going to be a micro seal over behind the post office. The company's going to be over there doing work. And I asked for a price to do that on. If I could fix any street that size for $2,200, I'd do it. So,
Make a motion, we approve the work order for Donald Street on Harson's Island for $2,290.
Support?
we have motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Artie Bryson?
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath?
Yes.
Joanne Shirkey?
Yes.
Karen Straffen? Yes. Tom Feder?
Yes.
Tom Kruger?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, same thing, the other side of the block. Approve a work order for William Street, 4380.
Make a motion, we approve the work order for William Street on Harson's Island for $4,380.
Support?
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath?
Yes.
Joanne Shirkey?
Yes.
Karen Straffen? Yes. Tom Feder?
Yes.
Tom Kruger?
Yes.
Artie Bryson?
Yes, motion carries. Next, we have, we've been using, for our, when we rebond or anything, or we manage our bond payments, we've been using Stoddard Miller and whatever else was behind those.
Stoddard and Barch.
Stoddard and Barch. Well, they sold the company and he reorganized, and so we have a new company, so they need us to reapprove them for doing all the disclosures that's required by the IRS and the SEC and all those good people. It's mostly the SEC that requires this. And the cost is the same as $1,000 a year. Like I say, it's required of us to do that, and yeah, we have to do it.
Make a motion to approve the agreement with Public Financial Management, Inc. For filing assistance services.
Support.
Okay, motion and support. Any discussion?
At the cost of $1,000.
Right. Is that, are you signing it? Yeah, we're signing it. Roll call vote, please.
John Horvath?
Yes.
Joanne Shirkey?
Yes.
Karen Straffen? Yes. Tom Feder?
Yes.
Tom Kruger?
Yes.
Artie Bryson?
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes.
Motion carries. Do I sign this or do you?
You can say it, doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter, I don't think. Usually it's,
Representative of the
Yeah.
township is all it takes.
okay. Fine Tom $5. All
My
right.
daughter's bedtime.
We have resolution 2016-05. This is amending the ordinance for hawkers, vendors, peddlers, and solicitors. And Cindy worked hard on this, and basically we took our existing ordinance, tweaked it, brought it up to date, and she's got the changes in there. We're also allowing, or under, we do have some quadricycles that wants to do things here. So we are attaching those types of services in our peddler's permit also. And we're fine tuning how we do the background checks, and we're gonna, anyone that gets it's gonna get an actual ID card. And, yeah, anything else you wanna add?
And we're allowing for the farmer's market in the park.
Yes, we're allowing for the farmer's market in the park for free. 'Cause technically, they would have to get a peddler's permit, each vendor in there.
Is this the way the resolution is going to look?
No.
No, it's,
I
right,
just downsized it for you.
yeah.
It's trying to eliminate the extra paper.
Right, okay.
The packet was becoming thick.
So now it's going to become a peddler's permit literally and figuratively.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, we adopt Resolution 2016-05, amending Ordinance 81, hawkers, vendors, peddlers, and solicitors.
Okay, we have a motion and support. Any discussion? I do want to make a note too that we're also allowing veterans to get their peddler's permit free, but they still have to fill out the application and go through the background check and everything else. So, any more discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes,
Karen Straffen. Tom Fetter.
Yes.
Tom Kruger.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Motion carries. Do we have to change the, what we're charging on a separate resolution?
Yes. Well, the amount didn't change.
Right.
How
But how it's worded,
the breakdown changed. yeah.
okay,
I mean, before we had it,
right. We'll clean that up next one, maybe, I think, next meeting.
no, it's here. It's the next
Oh.
one. It's
Why did I
on your
miss it?
agenda.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Resolution 2016-06, just what I was talking about.
Right there.
Yeah. Hawkers, vendors, peddlers, solicitor, and commercial quadricycle permit. And this is basically the fees. In the past, we had it broken down, I think $35 for fingerprint and this and this and this and this. We eliminated that as just a flat application fee for $100.
And we added the quadricycle.
And we added the quadricycles, because now we're doing, the ID badges and
question.
everything.
Sure.
Do we have any of these quadricycles right now that we've had to deal with?
Nope,
Huh?
not yet.
We're going to though,
No, just a question.
yeah. Yep. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we adopt Resolution 2016-06, hawkers, vendors, peddlers, solicitors, and commercial quadricycle permit license.
support.
Okay, a motion and support. Any more discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Karen Straffen.
Yes.
Tom Fetter.
Yes.
Tom Kruger.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes.
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes,
Okay, very good. Next, we have Resolution 2016-7. This is a change in our zoning ordinance, adopting ordinance amendment to 12621 to our zoning ordinance. It's quite lengthy, and I had some discussion with a few people on the board, one at a time, I did, within the Opens Meeting Act. Myself personally, I would recommend we postpone this, so it gives a chance to go through it all, and we have some questions that need to be, answered, and things to be verified on this. I know the Planning Commission probably tossed this around
for a long time.
for a long time, a good year or so.
I think I would give a update on it just about every meeting that we were still working on it, still working on it.
Right.
Yep.
So I guess there are some things there that I don't understand personally. I guess my question to you is, where do I get my answers?
Well, that's where I'm going to attempt to give you you gave me a couple questions, which I'm going to be,
I mean, one of the biggest things on there, Artie, that concerns me personally is the mining thing.
Right, and it's,
I think that that's not the correct terminology, but planning thinks it is. I guess I need to be shown where
right,
that is. That's all I'm
Right.
at. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Right.
I just want an answer for my thoughts.
well, that's kind of why I was recommending to postpone it. Just so,
You making a motion?
sure.
I'll support it.
I will make the motion that John already supported, that we postpone Resolution 2016, what's this number? 7, amendment to 126-21 to the zoning ordinance. And John supported it. Any more discussion?
Yes, now, what are you going to do? Get back to the, to our planner?
Yeah, and if anyone on the board has, I'm going to go through it with our current zoning ordinance, page by page. Like I say, this is, 35 pages long, and with changes. And I'll, any questions, ask me if I can't answer them, I'll get,
Okay, we're gonna go to you then.
well, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See, one of the things that, I had a little concern about is that I got this on Thursday or Friday.
I did
It's
too.
a short term, and like you said, it's 25 or 30 pages. I don't have time to absorb all that.
Right, and it's kind of complicated, and if you ever read zoning ordinances, if you're having trouble sleeping, read them. So, it just takes a while to get through it. And you got to think about all the what-ifs and all the, I guess, the unintended consequences when you do these. So, and that's why I'd like to take time and consider it. I know that our planning commission worked very hard on this, but, yes, we have a motion to postpone it, support it. Any more discussion? Roll call vote.
Tom Fetter,
Yes.
Tom Kruger,
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes?
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes.
Karen Straffen.
Okay, motion carries. All roll call voting today. Next is the zoning ordinance amendment 12622. This is cleaning up the fence ordinance on basically the water side of houses. They did change it recently, and our attorney really had a problem with it, and this kind of clears it up. Basically, you can put a fence up on the water side of your house, only 3 foot high. We had a lot of people coming to the township saying that they needed a fence for safety issues. They have a little kid that they're afraid is going to fall in the river or the water, so forth, so on, dogs, whatever. And the thinking is we allow shrubs 3 foot high and other things 3 foot high. Why not a fence type thing? The planning commission did okay it for a 3 foot high fence, but the definitions on the conditions and plus what type of fence did not meet to our attorneys. He would have a hard time defending it, in other words. So they basically cleaned this up, and this is what it is. All the fences are going to be opaque up to 25%. Before it was 10%, and there is not a fence made that is 10%. Even a chain link fence isn't 10%. So they are going to be allowing wrought iron and anodized aluminum or similar decorative fences. They're basically nice fences. If they are going to use a chain link, it's got to be vinyl coated. So yes.
What about like the PVC fence.
Yeah, that's, there's some in, PV, or similar decorative fence.
Oh, okay, I didn't,
Yeah, they're not gonna get into that so much. They just don't want a 3-foot snow fence up or a chain link that's gonna rust in a few years.
I'll make a
I'll make
motion to adopt Resolution 2016-08, adopting ordinance amendment 12622 to zoning ordinance number 126.
Support?
Okay, we have motion and support. Any more discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Tom Kruger.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes,
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes.
Karen Straffen.
yes,
Tom Fetter.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Last motion we have, this is for Flamingo Bridge. I mentioned to you before, we did get funding from the feds on this. Preliminary construction costs, it's $1,031,700. We're looking at doing it in 2019. The county share of this is gonna be 18,000. The road commission share is going to be $153,960. A lot of that is in engineering and inspection costs. The township's cost is gonna be $15,240. $8,000 of that is, we're looking at, that we're gonna have to buy some of the right-of-way to expand the right-of-way for this bridge that's currently there. So that's kind of an estimate for the $8,000. We may not even need to purchase any of the right-of-way. We don't know yet until the engineering comes in. But if we don't, our cost will only be like $7,240. And they're approximately suggesting we may have to come up with about $8,000 to buy more of the right-of-way. So regardless, if it goes like it's being presented to us, we're gonna get $1 million bridge. For our cost will be $15,000. How this works out with all county design projects like Flamingo, or not Flamingo, which one we did, Falkert Road, is the county will do the design on it, and once we go ahead with the project, we don't get charged for the design. But if we decide at the last minute, oh, we're not gonna do this, we are responsible for the design of the project. And that's kind of written in the resolution too, that we're hopefully gonna adopt. But I can't imagine us not wanting to fix a bridge that's about to be condemned.
For $15,000.
Right.
Yeah, pretty good
So,
deal.
Yeah, that's, I tell you what, if we had to pay for all these bridges and culverts, we'd be bankrupt like yesterday. I got a couple more that I'm nervous about. Down by Sassy.
Make a motion, we adopt resolution 2016-09 to request for federal and state bridge replacement funds.
Support.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem clear to me under construction on this little sheet here where they detail
Right.
the cost. It says federal and state is so much and they pay 95%. And then local, they say 5% of that, 54,300. And then county picks up a third of that.
Right,
Who's responsible for the other 2/3?
township. No,
road commission.
it's the road commission takes a chunk out of that, and then the township.
Okay, because I
See.
don't see it on there.
Right below.
down here,
Road.
Keep on going down,
it's at the bottom.
those two.
Well, yeah, but they also don't add up.
So 18,
Right.
oh yeah, 36.2, okay.
I don't know. I
Yep.
can,
Yeah, road commission picks it up and the other guy,
so
okay.
of the 2/3, 80% of our 2/3 is picked up by the road commission.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. That
Man,
was-
This formula just changed, it's a little nicer for us.
Yeah, really.
than it was when we did the Merrill Street. So I was actually kind of surprised. It was, I don't know, it was some kind of convoluted, the formulas are always convoluted with these, but, okay, we have motion and support, right? You have support? Any more discussion?
No.
Okay, roll call vote.
Tom Kruger,
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. John Horvath.
Yes,
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes,
Karen Straffen.
Yes.
Tom Fetter.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, next we have public comments. Any public comments? Anybody? Daryl, you want to say anything? Glad you're here. No public comments. Moving right along to board member comments. Joanne?
I see that Cindy gave us the policy manual for us all to take a look at.
Yep.
Did a lot of work on it, and it's been given to you a little piecemeal, but it looks like overwhelming now, but,
That's the compilation right
yeah,
there.
ream
that's
of
a
paper.
compilation, and the last 3 chapters are in there, 6, 7, and 8, which are not lengthy.
We're burning up all of our extra
in
copies we
comparison
have to use
to,
on a copier before they.
The other 4 and 5 were more lengthy. That took the most time. So take a look at it, because we look for an approval down the road here pretty quick, so, because it can always be changed.
Nothing's cast in stone, right,
That's right.
John?
I'm still complaining about all the water I got over there.
Yeah, but, okay.
I'm up to about between 11 and 14 inches.
It's called spring.
I think we're beyond spring.
Yeah, okay.
My problem is, Artie, that the dirt that's there, there's no place for my water to absorb.
Right,
That's all I'm telling you.
okay.
But I'm making a public record of it because I'm gonna do something about it.
Okay.
Oh, did we thank Daryl for his efforts? Snow plowing?
Not yet, but we're going to.
Because I heard that he was the one that did it.
Yes, he is.
Why is
So
here?
I want to say thank you.
Daryl, during the ice jam, and he was stuck on the island with his truck.
Not much to do.
He actually, with his truck and his plow, plowed all the roads on the island with his own gas and own vehicle. So kudos to him. He went all the way down to the turnaround and did all the side streets
I came out of my driveway and I thought, how'd the snowplow get over here?
and down to Bruckner's, and probably a lot quicker than any other time it's been done after a snowstorm, truthfully. But I was going to do something for Daryl for that. So, Karen?
I just got a quick thing. April 21st at the Harson's Island Brewing Company. There's a fundraiser for Wreaths Across America. They have a band, and 100% of the beer proceeds go to placing wreaths on veterans' graves. But they are also brewing a special beer for us called Warriors Salute. So you can always go to their website and find out more information.
You can also bring your own bottle of wine.
Yeah, you can
For
bring your own
$10.
wine, and they will uncork it for $10.
And that also goes to charity,
Yep.
to the
Karen.
charity.
Karen, what was the name of the, you said Reese?
Wreaths Across America.
Okay.
It's a 501c3.
Mr. Fetter?
I'd just like to, I'd like to reiterate what President Lyon Dave Hacker had come and talked to us about earlier about Winterfest. It was a very successful event. I'd like to thank all the sponsors and all the people that helped out. It's growing. We had, I'd have to say, probably 40% more people attended this year than last year, and I think everybody had a good time. I know I did. And we're looking forward, we're already starting on next year's plans, so,
I know, I'll tell you, I noticed there's a lot more out-of-towners
yeah.
here.
Yep,
I saw people I know from Port Huron, the other side of Mount Clemens. I had some friends come out. I mean, there was a lot of out-of-towners, more so than before.
now, we're gonna work more on our advertising budget next year, but basically, we used nothing but social media.
Right.
We did have help from, is it bluewater.org?
It's Discover the Blue,
Or
yes.
Discover the Blue, I'm sorry. They put it on their billboard for us.
the
but,
websites.
Yeah, and the websites. I also saw, we had it on placemats, everything. It was nice. But thank you again, everybody, and thank you, Daryl.
Just a little side note, I was driving down the road and I heard Clay Township's Winterfest. I thought, Clay Township? You know, it was
Yeah,
right on
got a
the
little bit of radio
radio.
play.
Yeah.
Who was that?
PHO or, yeah.
PHM.
PHM.
Yeah, an advertisement on the radio about the Winterfest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good event.
Yeah, band was killer.
Oh.
I said, where do they get these guys? And, I thought it'd be, local yokels up there, but they were good.
Tom's never heard them before.
No, I didn't.
He was actually almost dancing. I saw his toe tapping.
I did dance.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was good. Anything
I
else?
won't comment, but
Call it
I
what you want.
had a really good seat up high selling tickets, and I saw a lot of people have a lot of fun, so
Yeah.
that was
That's key.
a good deal.
Yep. Fun for all.
Motion to adjourn.
Not yet, Cindy.
Cindy, sorry, Cindy.
Got anything?
No, I will.
Vote.
Yeah, vote.
Gotta tell everyone to
Yeah,
vote
Well, I
tomorrow.
All the
would,
vote
but they
tomorrow.
probably won't see it by the time.
What, yeah, I know. What time does the polls open? From 7 to 8?
7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
8
yep.
PM. They'll see it afterwards, 8 PM.
I was unable to attend the Winterfest, so I apologize. I was very sick.
We were looking for you.
I was very sick. You know what? Friday night you may have got me, but the entertainment started too late. And I couldn't make it to 9. Otherwise, I might have tried to slide in there.
We'll be
Saturday
looking
was out
for
of
you
the
next
question.
year.
I'll be there next year. However, I do have one of your signs for the Winterfest. It was laying in the middle of the road. I had my son pick it up and throw it in the back of my truck. So
Thank you.
I'll grab that, get
We
that
did
for you.
lose a lot in high, well, we didn't lose them, but a lot of them got blown over in the high winds.
Yeah, we had some wind.
We actually, on another note, I'd like to thank Wall Tent Company.
Yes.
Because Friday night, the winds were so high that the wind actually got underneath the tent, lifted it up and dislodged a lot of the poles. And we called them and they reset the tent. I think they brought a crew of guys out at 3:30 in the morning Friday night and reset it for us.
I was worried about your son Friday night.
Yeah.
It was very windy.
I'm under it about 11 o'clock. Oh, this isn't good.
I thought it was coming down for sure. It
No, it held.
was very windy.
All right, anything else?
Nope, just review your policy manual. If we can get it approved next week, I don't have to retype the date on all the pages in it.
Okay. Did I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thanks a lot. Everyone have a good couple of weeks and have fun.
Okay.